that's the picture from my sleeper. I think they're gonna kick me out of here. I asked them, you know, I delivered my machine across the street. This is the second yard of the same company, and I asked them to let me sleep over here because it was already late. Yeah. Truck stops were all busy from what I could see on tracker path. But yeah, I delivered my load yesterday, so now I'm just running the truck because it's very hot outside. See, 31°C. In the morning it was raining. I was hoping for a chilly day, but all of a sudden all the clouds disappeared. Well, now they're coming back in. It might still rain later, but I need to charge my laptop, so that's what we're doing. I need to run the truck anyway. If I don't run it, this thing starts beeping like crazy. Now, one thing happened on the way here that made me panic a little bit is that, so I'm using this as my e-log and navigation device, right? And all of a sudden I started losing charge. You know, as soon as I turn it on, like both location and Bluetooth, and it's plugged in like into this one USB port, or with this plugged in there, like this one does not work. I have to fix it. Doesn't want to charge. I take it out, put it back in, I see the message says charging, but use the original charger if you want, you know, to charge for the tablet to charge faster. Okay, so I opened the box, I found this one from the Samsung. I started this inverter, plugged this in, same thing. So at first I thought it was the tablet, and then I realized, wait a second, why am I looking for like the most complex problem, where probably the problem is the cable? And I went to a truck stop where I was sitting, and this is a micro USB, and I was able to get this, and see, like USB on one end, and it came with this as well. You can never have enough of these chargers. I like this. So I think this was like $6 or $10, but this cable looks much stronger. Like this spot over here is kind of like reinforced, whereas on that one, on the factory one, it was pretty weak. And so, you know, when the wire cable hangs like this all the time, it starts breaking where it's connected to that little plug, and that's what happened. So I put this one in, and right away I noticed my numbers are going up, so everything is cool. Because I was afraid that I might need to start using my Canadian tablet, and I called Rogers to ask him why my tablet does not work. Even when I turn on roaming, it still shows no signal. And they said, oh, it's because it's extra charge. Now it's $10 a day for up to 15 days that you're in US. So we just blocked it so that, you know, you don't incidentally leave it on and then you get a surprise bill. And I said, no, please turn it on, because I said I'm using a Verizon US tablet in the States, but I've been having some issues with the battery. So sometimes I said I just want to have like a backup tablet. And so the guy turned it on. He says, okay, now you can use it, but he says you should understand that it's $10 a day. Well, Canadian, but still it's like $8 US. I think they started with $5 2 or 3 years ago, $5 a day up to 7 days or something. Then they went up to $7 a day, $8 a day, $10 a day, because that was their marketing spiel. You know, they were saying you can use your phone, use the same number in US, with you don't have to buy anything, no cards or anything. And initially, yeah, it was pretty fair, $5 a day Canadian for up to 7 days or 10 days. Now it's $10 a day up to 15 days. So basically, if I spend a month in US and I use this program, they will charge me extra $150. But what's cool is that I don't have to pay that on my phone. On my phone, they allowed me, I think they charged me like $20 a month, and I get free roaming in the States because I was about to leave Rogers a couple of years ago, and you know how they give you these deals to keep you with the company, so they gave me that deal. Unfortunately, when I asked them about the tablet, the Canadian tablet, they said no, we can give you a break on the phone, but you still have to pay that, you know, fee per day for the tablet. And that's when I went to a Verizon dealer. I think I was in Michigan. I went to a Verizon dealer and I got that Verizon tablet. So I started changing them, but now I keep Verizon on all the time because it works in Canada as well, except that they give you like, I think, half a gigabyte a day, but that's more than enough just for the tablet. But if I'm driving, you know, all through Canada, let's say I found a load and I'm going through Ontario, Saskatchewan, you know, Manitoba, Alberta, then yeah, then okay, then I'll hook up my Canadian tablet, because I don't want to use up all my allowance for Canada on the Verizon tablet. So what's been going on? I've been looking for a load, and this guy, I just talked to a guy. He has a load 3 hours away from me. So I'm in New Jersey, right, just outside of I-287, and there was one load in 100 miles away in PA, some kind of a small excavator, but it's going to Ottawa, and Ottawa, that's almost, you know, Quebec line, and they don't want to pay enough. Now then there's a load 3 hours away from me in Maryland, and it was cheap at first, but then I noticed that they really were pushing for Friday morning delivery in Canada. The guy says, you must deliver Friday. I said, wait a second. So now we're talking about some expedited freight. I said, I need this much, because I said, you know, it's like a light load, some kind of a machine, but it's 26,000 pounds, and my empty weight is 60. So 60 plus 26 is 86, which means that I would need a permit for Maryland, PA, New York. Right? And so I told this guy, I said, yeah, I can do this as long as it's one piece. And he says, yeah, it's one piece. I said, okay, then I can get a permit, but you have to pay me a bit more, unless you find a light truck, you know, like if you find a truck with I don't know, like 30-ton, 35-ton double drop, then he's much lighter, so he doesn't need any permits. But anyway, so we agreed on a rate, and that was like 5 hours ago. Now it's 3 o'clock, and I said, okay, so are you sending me the rate confirmation? The guy says, yeah, but I want to talk to the shipper first, because we need an appointment for the crane, because this thing, it's not a self-propelled machine, it's kind of like a stationary box that they have to lift and put on my trailer. And so he needs to book an appointment, and he says he's been calling and emailing the shipper, nobody's answering, so he cannot it's useless for me to go there because they won't have a crane, right? So now I'm not sure how they're gonna deliver this Friday, because I said, hey, I'm sitting 3 hours away and it's already 3 o'clock, so I don't want to drive through rush hour traffic. So I said, if you book for tomorrow morning, I said, don't book first thing in the morning, because then I will stay here and I'll leave, let's say 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be there like 8:30, you know, maybe 9. So anyway, so I just got stuck here. I don't want to drive back because I want to finish some work on my accordion, right? The guy has to finish the stuff he started, then we want to change a couple of things in there. So I really want to be in Ontario, and because I've been practicing, I was learning some tunes yesterday. See, I was making notes in here, so this is cool. You know, I didn't bother anybody here. I just opened all windows because it was so hot here, and was practicing all these scales and a basic song like a ditty, chistushka in Russian, that I'm learning. So it's pretty cool. The accordion sounds amazing. After the technician in Guelph, Ron, did the tuning, the sound is out of this world. You know, it's a baby tiny instrument, but it sounds like a real, you know, piano style accordion. I love it. I usually try to do every day at least like half an hour, 30-40 minutes every day, you know. But yeah, I want to get back so that I can give him the accordion. And then there was a load which picks up. Now here's a scenario I really don't like. I don't like loads where there's considerable deadhead on both ends. You know, like first you have to drive, let's say, you know, 1,000 miles, let's just say, to make the point more clear. So let's say you have to drive 1,000 miles to pick up a load, and then that load goes into some tundra, you know, and then on the other end you have to drive back another 1,000 miles to a place where you think you'll find a load, you know. Those loads are crazy, and shippers don't give a, you know, they don't care. You know, like, you guys understand that this thing delivers in the like literally in the middle of nowhere, like a mine in northern Canada. And so this guy posts the load, and then he posts the rate, and if you look at the rate per mile, it says $8 a mile, which sounds awesome, except the shipper is 4 hours into the boonies, and then delivery is much more into the boonies, you know. And then of course, like, nobody has loads up there. So I said, nobody's gonna do this load just for the straight miles from the shipper to consignee. Like, there's no loads out there. It's a mine, so you have to check. And plus, like, one way, I said it's not 300 miles, because I know that mine, I've been there. It's 389. Okay, 389 times 2, so pretty much 800 miles. So that's what you gotta pay, because it's just ridiculous. It was a Cat 349, 105,000 pounds, and so I emailed the guy. I said, hey, you guys still have that? Because here's my amount. And it's like I gave him the price like four times higher than what he posted, but, you know, like a fair price. And the guy said, well, actually, this is only shipping in September. I said, this year, right? The guy says, yeah, it's July. Like, why are you, so what are you doing? He said, well, the customer wanted to have an idea of what people would want in terms of money. Okay, so I told you what I want, so where do I sign up if you're okay with my price? He says, well, there's actually there are gonna be multiple shipments, so can you give me a quote on other shipments? I'll send you a list. So he sends me a list out of like 10 positions there, different machinery, you know, dozers, wheel loaders, all going from the same shipper into the tundra near North Pole. And I quickly came up with a formula. I said, okay, here's what I do. Just use this number depending on the weight per mile, plus this minus this times this, and just apply it to the weight of your machines, because they're all different. And the guy was pretty happy. He said, okay, I'm gonna quote the customer based on your formula. So of course he added his own, you know, 15% like standard. So let's say if it pays 5 grand, he would say, you know, 5750 to the customer, right? So wait, 150 times 5, yeah, 750. So he would try to make at least 15%, if not more. And so knowing that, I often I give them a price which leaves them a little bit of room, you know, like, because let's say I say instead of 4,900 bucks, I say 4,600. So I know he'll add his, you know, $400, $300 and make it even, let's say 5,000, you know. So you have to think about brokers as well, because, you know, without the broker, often the load does not happen. Hold on, I guess I'll stay here, play my accordion, and leave first thing in the morning, or wherever he tells me that the appointment is, what time the appointment is for. But it's useless to leave now. It's already 3 o'clock. I know there's a truck stop, like a huge truck stop, 1 hour away. Hold on. Hello, this is Sergei. Yeah, I see the rate information. No, yeah. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna sign it, send it back to you. Yeah, and so is there any like appointment number or reference number I have to give them? I see the PO number. That's all they need. Oh yeah, I see that one. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna sign it, send it back to you. Yeah, and then I'll. All right, sounds good. I'll save your number. Is this your cell number? 201. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. So I'm gonna send it back to you, and then I'll email you tomorrow when I'm at the shipper. Okay. Okay. Bye.